You never do know what's around the bend. Big adventure or brand new friend when you're curious. I like curious jaws. Swang! Well, everything is so glorious. Sure. And everything is so wondrous. There's more to explore when you open your door and meet friends like this. Just can't miss. Are you curious? And that's marvelous. And that's your reward. You never be bored if you ask yourself, what is this? Like curious? I like curious Jones. Oh.
Italian chefs have a word for perfectly cooked spaghetti. Al dente, which means not too hard and not too soft. Tonight, Chef Peschetti's pasta was not al dente. It was glop.
Did I hear her? Did she come back?
I think something's bothering Chef Peschetti.
It's Gnocchi. I cannot concentrate on my cooking because my beloved piccolo gatto has abandoned me. Nettie! The accordion!
Here we go again.
Oh, no more happy times watching her play hat o pesto.
Now Gnocchi only stays for breakfast.
And then, poof! We don't see her till bedtime. Why? What did I do? Oh, she used to play in the alley all day. Oh, look. Here she is on an old canvas drop cloth that someone threw out. The way she clawed at it. I think she was afraid of it. Oh, and the old cardboard boxes. Those were always getting in her way. Oh, those old carpets. She liked them, but they always made her fur so dirty. And there she is waiting by the old wooden door. Oh, she scratched and scratched and scratched it, wanting to go in and out, so I got her a new one. With a cat door. She can't mess this one up. It's metal. And I cleaned the garbage out of the alley to make it neat for her. But the next day, she's a vamoose. Gnocchi! You see, too tired to play with the papa anymore. Bean burrito. Is this from a menu?
Oh, you think Gnocchi likes burritos better than bolognese?
Gnocchi would never do that. Or would she? No. Well, maybe... No. I cannot take it anymore. I must know where she's eating these burritos.
Why not follow her?
Me? Follow a Gnocchi? Oh, the scampering, the leaping. Oh.
The chef was right. You had to be a cat to follow a cat. Or a monkey.
Giorgio, you will follow my Gnocchi?
If Gnocchi was eating burritos, George would find out. But early the next morning, instead of going to a burrito place, Gnocchi went to a boat. But why would Gnocchi go to a boat? George was determined to find out. Maybe there were burritos in those bags. George would show the chef. Endless Park didn't have bean burritos either. It had trees. And construction sites don't have burritos. They have beams. And some kind of cloth. But a Mexican restaurant, now that has burritos. But Gnocchi wasn't interested in burritos. She just wanted to scratch on the board.
Stay away from our menus!
You mean they did not even feed her? So Gnocchi doesn't like someone else's food better. She just doesn't like me.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true.
Oh, my little alley cat. Why does she roam? She used to play all day right here in the alley. But now... Oh.
Gnocchi didn't just play in the alley. She played with the things in the alley. But the chef had cleaned them away. George wondered what Gnocchi liked to play with. The material on the back of the carpet was like the bags of rice near the boat. The chef's old door was like the tree in Endless Park. They were both wood. The canvas in the alley was just like the one at the construction site. And the cardboard was like the menu at the Mexican restaurant. And Gnocchi was doing the same thing in most of the photos. Scratching. She wasn't looking for food. She was looking for places to scratch. If you wanted to keep your alley cat at home, maybe you needed places to scratch like the ones where she roamed. The back of the carpet was scratchy, just like the bags of rice near the boat. But where was he going to get a tree?
Isn't it beautiful?
Now George needed some canvas cloth. The men's painter pants would do just fine. He could put the canvas on this bucket. The last to scratch off his list was cardboard. Now that he'd gathered all his materials, he just had to put them together. His scratching post was all set. But Gnocchi didn't think it was up to scratch. Maybe the chef was right, and Gnocchi would always be an alley cat who roamed. What if George found a way for Gnocchi to roam at home? In Chef Peschetti's basement, he stacked his carpet pieces like bags of rice, turned his crate into a tree, he set his canvas up high, and his boxes became a menu board. Only instead of burritos, it had bolognese. Now came the hard part, waiting.
You think this will keep my gnocchi at home, Giorgio? Gnocchi! I have a surprise for you! Oh, she doesn't come. It is hopeless. My gatto piccolo! She's here! She likes it. She really likes it! Quick, Nettie, get the accordion!
Now that Gnocchi was scratching at home, soon there would be pasta al dente for everyone. George loved to travel. But this time was even better because he was traveling with his friend Marco.
Here we are.
Hey, George. What is this, Marco?
Hola, Professor Wiseman.
All ready for a weekend in the sun?
Yeah.
Okay, all set. Since you paddled out, I'll paddle back. Where are the paddles?
Don't need 'em. We're walking.
Huh?
The raft is for the boys and the luggage.
Huh? But how can they touch bottom?
It's low tide. Plus, we're standing on a sandbar.
It's a big pile of sand, only underwater.
The tide brought it in.
You remember the tide, George? The moon pulls on the ocean and makes the water come in and go out.
Wait until you see the tidal pool. The tide makes those too.
Sounds fun.
George and Marco were amazed by the tidal pools.
What do you guys think?
Look at all this.
It had fish, starfish, and anemones. And clams.
Hey, if you dig deep enough, maybe you'll find buried treasure.
Buried treasure?
Rumor has it the early explorers buried some around here somewhere, but no one's ever found it.
Hey, I bet we could find it. Ooh.
But finding buried treasure was harder than they thought.
The problem with looking for buried treasure on the beach is there's too much beach. You know what we should do? We should make our own buried treasure.
Luckily, monkeys always have lots of treasure with them.
Wow, that will make great treasure. We can use the box my mommy put the toothpaste and stuff in. But I haven't put in any treasure. I know. I can put in this. My silver wolf. My uncle made it in honor of our band, Lobos de Plata. It's my favorite thing ever. Now, we need a way to remember where it's buried. Good idea. We could measure from the pier. The treasure is 5 giant George steps away from the post with the rope on it. A dolphin! I used to swim with dolphins back home. I'm a really good swimmer. Want to know something neat? Dolphins look like fish, but they're not. Really? They breathe air from a hole on the top of their heads.
This one has been around people. He's very friendly.
Ooh.
His pod comes in with the tide. A pod is a group of dolphins that travel together.
I think he wants to play.
Swimming with a dolphin is fun. Even if a dolphin swam a lot faster than you.
Wow!
Come on, George. Let's follow it underwater. Take a deep breath.
George and Marco were surprised how long the dolphin could hold his breath. The dolphin also made way cooler air bubbles.
Oh, I dropped my mask. Gracias.
See, boys, dolphins are excellent at finding things. Did you hear those sounds they were making underwater? He's using his sonar. The sounds bounce off the mask and tell him where to find it.
See you later. Hey, can't we just walk back? I thought you could touch the bottom.
We could, but the tide has been coming in while we've been playing, so now we can't.
Hey, who moved the house?
The tide. I mean, the house didn't move. We did. The tide carried us down the shore while we were swimming.
George, if the water's this deep, then where's our buried treasure?
What are you guys looking for?
We couldn't find any treasure, so we buried our own. Only now, it's underwater.
Well, the good news is the tide will be out again in about 6 hours. I bet we'll find it then.
Look, George! Our treasure chest!
The buried treasure wasn't buried anymore. Something had dug it up and moved it.
Oh, George, the tide doesn't just bring sand in, it takes it out too.
That explains how the box got dug up. But how did it get over here? And then he remembered. The tide had carried them down the beach, so it must have carried their treasure chest too.
Oh no, our treasure. It's gone.
Well, I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
George was sad about his toys, but Marco had lost his favorite thing, his silver wolf. George had to find it. If the tide had carried them and the box down shore, maybe it had carried Silver Wolf even further down.
Silver Wolf! No!
They'd never be able to find Silver Wolf way out there. But they had a friend who could. Marco now had two treasures, Silver Wolf and a brand new friend.